Stop scrolling for 1 second. Look at your hand. That hand is not really yours. It is made of pieces that are billions of years old. Pieces that came from something that exploded far away before Earth even existed. Before you were born, before your parents were born, before humans existed, before Earth existed. Something died so that you could live. Today, I am going to show you something that will change the way you see yourself forever. By the end of this video, you will never look at the night sky the same way again. Let's begin. Have you ever asked yourself, where do I really come from? Not your city, not your country, not even your parents. I mean, where did the actual material of your body come from? The atoms, the tiny building blocks that make you, you. Science has an answer, and it is stranger than any religion, any myth, any story ever told. The answer is this: you come from stars, not like stars, not inspired by stars, literally, physically, made from stars. Stay with me because this gets better. Let's go back, way back, about 13.8 billion years ago. In the very beginning, after the Big Bang, the universe was mostly just two simple things: hydrogen and helium. That's it. Nothing else existed. No carbon, no oxygen, no iron, no calcium, which is a problem because your body is full of carbon, oxygen, iron, and calcium. So where did all of that come from if it didn't exist at the start? Here is where it gets amazing. Stars are giant balls of gas. Inside a star, huge pressure and heat crush atoms together. This is called fusion. Hydrogen atoms crash into each other and become helium. Helium atoms crash together and become carbon. And this keeps going, layer after layer, building heavier and heavier elements. A star is basically a factory. It builds the ingredients of life, one element at a time, inside its core. But a factory only ships its product when something forces it to. And for a star, that something is death. When a big star runs out of fuel, it cannot hold itself up anymore. It collapses. Then, in less than 1 second, it explodes. This explosion is called a supernova. It is one of the most powerful events in the entire universe. For a few days, one exploding star can shine brighter than an entire galaxy of 100 billion stars. And in that explosion, the star throws everything it built: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, iron, calcium, out into space. These elements travel through the emptiness of the universe for millions, sometimes billions of years. Some of that dust came here, to this exact spot where you are sitting right now. It became part of the clouds that formed our sun. It became part of the rocks that formed our Earth. It became part of the ocean. It became part of the first living cell. And eventually, it became part of you. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you are breathing right now. All of it was cooked inside a star that died long before our solar system even existed. Now pause for a second and really think about that. The iron carrying oxygen through your blood right now came from a star that exploded. The calcium holding your bones together came from a star that exploded. Even the oxygen you just breathed in came from a star that exploded. You are not separate from the universe. You are not just living inside the universe, like a person living inside a house. You are the universe. A small piece of it arranged into a shape that can think, feel, and ask questions like, where do I come from? The famous scientist Carl Sagan once said something people love to repeat: we are made of star stuff. It's not just a nice quote. It is simply true. It is physics. Now here's a question that might surprise you. If your body is made from exploded stars, and one day, far in the future, your body will also return to dust, does that mean you were just borrowed material? A temporary shape that the universe made and will one day take back? Some people find that thought scary. I think it's the opposite. I think it's beautiful. Let me explain why in the next part. Think about this. A star has to die completely, collapse, explode, scatter into nothing before its material can become something new. That destruction wasn't the end. It was the beginning of everything else. Without a star dying, there is no carbon for your body, no oxygen for your lungs, no iron for your blood, no you. So maybe endings are not really endings. Maybe every ending is just material getting ready to become something new. This isn't just a nice idea for a YouTube video. This is literally how the universe has always worked. Stars die so that planets, oceans, trees, animals, and people can exist. You exist because something else stopped existing in its old form first. That is not a sad story. That is the story of how everything beautiful in the universe gets made. So next time you feel small, next time you feel like your problems are too big or like you don't matter, remember this. The same forces that build galaxies built you. The same explosions that light up the night sky created the iron flowing through your veins right now. You are not separate from something great and enormous. You are made of something great and enormous. You didn't come from nothing. You came from stars that lived and died and scattered themselves across billions of years and trillions of miles, just so that, one day, something like you could exist to look up at the sky and wonder. If this changed the way you see yourself, even a little, let me know in the comments. I read every one. And if you want more videos like this, where we mix real science with real meaning, subscribe, because next week we're talking about something even stranger, why time itself might not be real. So tonight, when it gets dark, go outside. Look up. Every star you see, some of it is already inside you. You are not looking at the universe from the outside. You are the universe, looking at itself. I'll see you in the next one.